Hello, everybody, and welcome to another You Are the Star for 5 Minutes show. Tonight, we are interviewing Ardit Goodwin. She's, well, call her an artist would be just not too much because she's a wonderful artist. She has some painting that it will inspire you to grab whatever media you have in front of your desk and start painting yourself. That's what she did to me. The first effect that she had to me when I first ran into her many months ago, she just inspired me so much into
Thank you,
painting,
Theo.
and really, your art is something that's as contagious as ever before. So, Ardit, describe yourself in a few minutes. Who are you?
Oh, oh, that's a loaded question, Theo. I'm an artist for the most part and a writer. Um, I'm probably gonna go to my grave being a perpetual student because I just love to learn as much as I possibly can. I used to be a teacher. I taught elementary school and had to go on disability because I've had lots and lots of surgeries. So I turned to art for my sanity. And I'm grateful for the gift of it because I get to express myself artistically, and it keeps me happy and it keeps the little gray cells active, so I'm all good.
Great. Where do you live?
I'm in Mobile, Alabama, down south.
It
Keep me
doesn't.
on the roll.
You can't. I thought you were from New York by your accent.
No.
So tell us about your art. What inspires you, and How did you start? How did you become such a great artist?
Oh, gee, I'm self-taught. I was not an artist until after I had to quit teaching. I was always creative and I always liked to, tinker with drawing and things. But when I had to go on disability, I went to the library, checked out the books that I was drawn to that had to do with art, and I just started experimenting with styles and techniques and taught myself to paint. But I love to do collage and mixed media. I love to take just things that have been thrown away or discarded and turn them into art. But I also really enjoy doing technical watercolors. I'm real varied in my art style, but the one trait that people say they recognize most about my art would be color, because I paint with insane colors. I have a hard time painting neutrals at all, because my personality and my spirit is real colorful, and it just comes out in my art, I think.
Yes, it shows all over your paintings. You express such a positive energy that is really hard not to see when you look at your work. And I was really amazed when I saw it, and I thought you come from a long time of studying and stuff, but like you telling me that you are self-taught, so that makes me think that you have a very 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 strong natural talent, and it shows all over your paintings.
Thank you. I do wish I had the background in art history and studying, and I actually do study a lot on my own, but I'm not formally trained. I
Hmm.
just tend to find artists and styles historically and practice different techniques that they might have used and just find my own way. So I'm really grateful that I'm able to do that because that gives me a lot of freedom in what I do.
Well, what is the painter that has inspired you the most in
Oh,
your work?
that would be Kandinsky.
Kandinsky. Oh, he's one of my
Love his
favorites.
paintings.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you take there is some of Kandinsky in your painting, but you take him to a higher level because of all the color that you mentioned. In fact, you are probably is continuation into colors. I would say, if I may, I'm not an art expert, but I love art, and also Kandinsky is one of my favorite too.
I love him, and I do. I'm just drawn to color, just the brightness and boldness of it.
Hmm.
And it's a part of how I fight depression and things like that. Is that I just have to be surrounded by colors.
By colors, that's it.
Yeah.
When do you paint? What part of the day? Night, day,
It
afternoon?
just depends. I'll usually start my day off by doing one of my collage days, which is the 4-inch by 4-inch little collage where I'll collage for 30 minutes and then write a meditative blog post. But the painting itself, it just depends on what I'm doing throughout the day. So usually it's in the afternoon. Rarely do I paint in the morning because I just tend to, do things with my husband and stuff. But I'm probably an afternoon painter, an evening painter.
Hmm.
I don't paint late into the night because I value my sleep a whole lot, and I desperately need it because of my medical issues.
Hmm.
Um, but I kind of go through spurts, so I would have to say afternoon when the birds are singing and the sun is beginning to set, I'm good to go.
Mm. Great. And what brought you to Google Plus? To make yourself known to the wider public, or just something else? Tell us about it.
No, I was just looking for an alternative from Facebook because I kind of just I'm not going to use the word loathe it because I still use Facebook, but it was not meeting a need that I had to reach out intellectually and content related. My friends and family are there, but it lacked a whole lot in the content areas that I wanted to, dabble with. So I just tried Google Plus out on a whim and absolutely loved it from day one. I was completely hooked. So no, I'm not selling a brand or a product or anything like that. I'm on Google Plus to meet people and connect with people from all over the world because that's what I love to do the most.
Great. It's also a place where you can expose your painting and have, like, I would have never known about you. I have not joined myself, and I
I
that
know.
that's what is amazing about this place.
I'm very grateful too because it has given just the average, what I would call Jane or Joe, a platform to reach out and connect with lots of different people that they never would have probably connected with. It's one of the beauties of Google Plus that I don't think people realize who are not on the network, but the more that they learn about the connections and how broad they are, I think it will attract more people.
Hmm. Do you also write, Ardit?
I do. Writing is probably what I do more than paint, and I like to try to incorporate my writing into my art as much as possible. I'm working on a children's book right now. Um, I did writing because when I taught elementary school, I taught creative writing, so I miss the teaching aspect a whole lot. But I do love to write. Paint pictures with words is
Mm.
something I enjoy doing quite a lot.
Also, that shows from your posts. And have you published any books lately, or have you ever published a book?
No, I published some poetry when I became a National Writing Fellow. We did an anthology text, but I've got piles and piles around the house of books started, and then I would get tired because it's hard for me to focus on one thing. But lately, I'm working on the fantastical characters from the land of Ardithian, which incorporates a children's story with poetry and with my illustrations. So my goal is to get that done by the end of next year, but there's 37 different characters. So it's a big, huge project, but I'm excited about it. I'm
What is the best thing that could happen to Ardit's painting and writing, and what is the best thing that could happen to your art at this moment of your life?
if my art is seen by other people and it brings them joy or hope or the belief that life is beautiful, then I have reached the purpose that I have. It's not about selling art for me. It's about my story of struggling and overcoming extraordinary odds with the gift of my art and creativity. Because at one point in time, I went through a really dark time in my life, and it was a struggle. And I've gone through 25 surgeries, and I truly am a survivor, and my art is an expression of that. So if it can connect with somebody and help them through that type of struggle in their own life, then I feel blessed.
So you're saying that the art has helped you going through the very hard times, right?
Oh yes,
yeah. Well, if that is your dream and is your aspiration, it has surely reached the target with me, because, as I said, I was really positively shocked. Your art, as it comes through from your stream, is like a shock wave. Is a positive shock wave that goes right into your soul and brings out the best of what you have inside. That I'm talking what it did to me.
Thank you, Pio. That means the world to me. It really does.
It reached the target to me, and I hope that I'm sure that anybody who would take a few minutes just to enter your albums, as I have done in the past, and scroll through the photos of your beautiful paintings, is going to be amazed. I feel that it's probably the passion that comes from your work, as I sense that you are not, as you told me too, you're not doing it for the money, but you're doing it for a passion standpoint. That this one makes the art even more interesting and more appealing to the people who are watching.
Yeah, because when I create art, I have to create it. To go a span and not create is really hard for me. It's just an extension and expression of myself, and I just want to leave the world a more beautiful place than when I found it. So that's kind of that's my goal with my art. If I get published or if I sell paintings to people and I know they're loved, then that's great, but it's not what it's all about. So.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, you want to add something else about your art that we have not talked about? Is there anything that you would like to say to somebody who's maybe trying to approach art, but he doesn't have the courage of doing so, or for some reason he has or she has a block? What would you suggest them to do?
What I found worked best for me was the more I actually created the art, even there were days I created like just tons of crap, the more prolific I became, the more creative I became, and the better my art got. So it's just kind of like, learning to ride a bike. You get back on, you fall off, you get back on. Painting, you've got to make time for it. You have to value it, be it drawing or writing, whatever medium that you choose. You have to find and set time aside each day, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, just to connect your spirit with your gift. And as you do that, I think the gift grows and improves, and you're able to do more, and you gain confidence. That would probably be the best, advice. At least that's what worked for me.
Mm-hmm. So keep on trying and don't give up some kind of...
yes, connect with people around you that will support you, encourage you, and be your cheerleaders. And Google Plus is a great place for that. And that's just one of the best things that they can do, I think.
Great. What is life for you, Ardit?
Oh, life is daily moments where I know that I connect with my faith, and I realize that in the moments I'm given on this planet, they are to spread beauty and hope and encouragement, um, and whimsical playfulness with others that I meet. But life is also a journey that I'm on, to show myself and others that despite, great odds and despite medical challenges, that life is beautiful. And there will be dark times, but in those dark times, there's always a glimmer of light and hope. So that's kind of my path, is that I look for the light. I look for the positive things in life. I often am called a Pollyanna. My husband calls me that all the time, but I take that as a compliment because, we have a lot of darkness and we have a lot of, I guess, despair and oppression around the world, and I choose to share the opposite of that, I think. That's what life is.
That is great. Now, what would you be the message that you would give to the world, and what would you be if you had the magic wand? I ask always everybody this same question. I like to think that we might have could be empowered to change something in the world. What would you do if you had the magic wand to do that?
Oh, I would abolish hate.
That's a great answer.
Because hate comes in so many different forms. Violence is a form of hate, and I was a victim of gun violence at a very young age. But at the same time, hate can be camouflaged as political passion, but people share that, and it's laced with hate. My vote would be to get rid of hate.
That is beautiful. That would be a much better world if we had no hate.
Yes. The disease.
Yeah. So, did you ever thought of showing maybe your painting while you're doing it, or maybe on a live hangout like this? Have you ever thought of that?
I actually am in the process of getting a setup for that. I had 2 webcams, and about, I guess, 2 months ago, I purchased one that I thought would work so I could set it up and put it above my art, and it didn't quite work with the frame that we have. So I'm in the process of getting that fixed, and as soon as I do, I'd really love to begin painting and sharing my art through Hangouts, because I just think that people, they could get in and do the art with me, and I just think it'd be a total riot. It would be so much fun. So, yes, I'm planning on doing that, Pio.
That would be a great idea, because I am sure there is a ton of people out there who would like to see you and learn from you as you process your painting, as you do your paintings.
Have we gone past 5 minutes?
It's okay. It doesn't matter. It's too. I could stay here all night listening to you, because you're such an inspiring person, and it's good. I think the world needs more people like you, Ardit, because sometimes the very subtle line between love and hate goes through the word of people who have experimented hardship in their life and have come out of it through art or in whatever other way of by fighting or by music, painting. Art is a very great way of fighting many things that are bad in this world, and it's good that we talk about this, and you have the opportunity sharing the beauty that you have inside with the world, so that, it's like a fever. I've seen
Yeah.
the fever of anger spreading in the last few years, and this has to be fought with the light.
It does. I totally agree.
And because we have to start from our environment around us, in our families, in our community. And if you can take that into the stream and into the web, it will catch on. I think it's a fever that everybody should catch. It's a virus, a great virus, and I think you are the one that spreads this virus a lot.
Ah!
Because you're so great with your art, and as I am again inviting all my followers, all the people who are watching this short clip, to please go and take a look at Ardit's art, because I think
Thank you, Pio.
you are one of the most interesting artists I ever met in my whole life.
Wow, you're gonna make me blush. My southern cheeks are blushing.
Sure, it's just great,
Well, and two, what most people on Google, they don't know about me is that I've had 25 surgeries, and about 20 of those have been orthopedic. So my neck is fused, my spine is fused, both ankles, my right knee. I'm like screwed back together. So physically, to do the painting is a huge challenge, but it's what I work through. I work through the physical pain, and that has helped me heal. So I just feel a passion to spread that message, that be it emotional healing or physical healing, art has that capacity. It can heal if people embrace it. So I'm grateful that I got to interview with you, because I enjoy talking to you, one. But I love connecting with Google Plus and all the people, on the network. It's such a great little network. I just enjoy it. So thank you, Pio.
It's my pleasure. You are feeling good now? Are you feeling better after all these things that you went through?
Yeah, I'm going through a period right now where I'm physically feeling better. I had a spinal cord injury a few years ago called arachnoiditis, and that was a really horrifically painful period in my life. But right now, I had my neck fused this past year, and that was very successful. So this little patch that I'm going through right now, I feel good. So during these times, I really embrace my art, and I try to share it as much as I can, because I don't know, when the next shoe will fall medically, and hopefully that it won't, but, it can. But I'm feeling good. Knock on wood.
One last question, Ardit. I know it's going to be tough to answer, but what is your favorite color?
Turquoise. Turquoise is my favorite color, followed by pink, and lime green is a close third. So there you go.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, Ardit. It was great to talk to you tonight, and I'm giving you a virtual hug from Italy. And thank you for telling us and sharing your great art with us, and please keep doing that.
I will. Watching. And you all be blessed, too.
Thank you. Thank you, Ardit. Bye-bye.
Bye.